Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something pretty foundational. A specific framework we found in the sources. It tries to map out, how human motivation actually works and why we get stuck, why our perception gets distorted, and what's really needed for, fundamental personal growth.
Yeah, it's quite a framework. But the sources present it as, well, four simple ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And for you listening, the idea is that these four concepts offer a pretty logical path, step by step, from recognizing your core needs
Yeah.
all the way to experiencing real transformation.
Right. So our mission today is basically to unpack these four ideas, make them feel less abstract. We've got
Right.
idea one, we're driven by needs. Idea two, our worldview messes with those needs. Idea three, new insights have to come from outside that worldview. And then idea four, this deeper thing, this immanent and transcendent truth. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Idea one,
The foundation.
we are motivated by needs. Simple enough, right? The sources break this down into three layers. First, the basics, biological stuff, air, food, shelter, keeping the body going.
Absolutely essential. And then moving up from there, you've got the social needs. Really critical. We're just wired for connection, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Intimacy, belonging, acceptance, love. These are huge drivers. They shape how we interact, how we build community.
Yeah.
Our social survival, basically.
But it doesn't stop there, according to these sources. There's another layer, higher needs. Things like growth, self-improvement, maybe even transcendence, getting beyond your current limits.
And right there, that's where the tension often starts. Because these layers, while they're all necessary, they can conflict. Your biological needs, your social needs, they often scream for immediate safety, for fitting in. But those higher needs, growth, that usually means taking risks, being vulnerable, stepping outside what's comfortable.
Okay. So if you're always, say, prioritizing fitting in the social need over doing something difficult, that would help you grow.
Exactly. The whole system could just kind of stagnate. You get stuck. That tension, that's a key point of friction for anyone wanting to change.
Which leads us perfectly into idea two, and this is where it gets really interesting for me. Our worldview distorts our needs. So idea one is what we need. Idea two is how we see those needs, or maybe missee them.
Precisely. Your worldview.
Yeah.
It's like the lens you see everything through. It's all your beliefs, your attitudes, your assumptions, built up from your personal history, your culture. And critically, a lot of it comes from early conditioning, stuff you picked up as a kid, often without even realizing it.
Like an operating system running in the background.
Yeah, exactly like an OS.
Yeah.
And because a lot of it was installed, by parents, society, when you were too young to really question it, it just runs.
Yeah.
Automatically. It's largely unconscious.
And that's the filter. It takes a real, genuine need, maybe love or acceptance, and it twists how you understand it, creates this gap, right, between what you truly need deep down and what your mind thinks you need to chase.
The sources give this great example. Career achievement. A lot of people are conditioned, really deeply conditioned, to believe that success means worthiness.
Mm.
Getting the right title, the right salary, the public recognition.
Yeah.
That this is the need.
Okay, but hold on. Sometimes ambition is healthy, isn't it? Like that higher need for growth or mastery. How do we tell the difference between that and this distortion?
That's a really key distinction. Healthy ambition, that authentic need for mastery, comes from inside. It feels satisfying in itself, whether or not people notice. The distortion, though, it's often compensatory. It's trying to fill a hole. So maybe the need for love or acceptance wasn't fully met earlier in life. The worldview kind of steps in and says, okay, you can't control love, but you can control getting that promotion.
Ah, I see. So the promotion will prove you're worthy of love.
Exactly. It links the two. So the drive feels incredibly strong, but it's running on this faulty logic. It's fueled by maybe a fear of not being good enough.
So you chase the achievement, you get the title. Maybe it feels good for a little while.
For a bit, yeah. But that core, authentic need for real acceptance, for love, it's still unmet. It's still starving, essentially. And that mismatch, that's where the dissatisfaction creeps in. The internal conflict, that feeling of running so hard, but in the wrong race.
Yeah, trying to fix an emotional need with something external or material.
Right. You end up on this path that just can't deliver what you truly need because the filter, your worldview, is pointing you in the wrong direction. It won't let you see the real need clearly.
Okay, so if idea two highlights the problem, this distorting filter of our worldview, then idea three has to be about the solution, right? Where do we find the clarity? How do we fix the filter?
Leads us straight there. Idea three. New knowledge and wisdom must come from outside our current worldview. This one can be tough to accept, actually, because your worldview shapes how you see everything.
So it's hard to fix a problem using the same thinking that created it.
Exactly. You can't use the broken map to fix the map itself. It just doesn't work.
Mm.
The sources bring up that quote from Melissa Scare-Croton, the martial artist.
Oh, yeah. No problem can be solved by the same consciousness that created it.
Right. And it's more than just a neat quote. It's like an instruction.
It points towards the box metaphor, doesn't it?
It does. The box represents your usual ways of thinking, your beliefs, your assumptions, your current worldview, basically.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to solve a problem, any problem, using only the tools and ideas already inside that box, well, your solutions are naturally limited.
You see this all the time in arguments, right? Like two people arguing about something.
Oh, definitely.
They're often stuck in a kind of shared box of assumptions about what the other person means or what their intentions are.
Yeah, totally trapped. And they can go round and round. Resolution usually only happens when one person, or maybe both, manages to step outside those assumptions. Maybe they encounter a new idea or question their own ingrained perspective.
So that's the action required then, stepping outside.
That's it. Leaving the comfort zone of what you already know, what feels familiar. It means actively thinking out perspectives, experiences, knowledge that are beyond your current worldview. Maybe it's therapy, maybe it's studying something totally alien to you, maybe it's just asking a really basic, challenging question about why you believe what you believe.
Which can feel scary. The box is known, it feels safe, familiar.
Of course, but the sources are pretty clear on this. If you want genuine new insights, you have to look externally. You need wisdom that your current mind hasn't already processed, filed away, or, filtered out.
Okay, so that takes us to the final level, idea 4. This sounds like it moves beyond just getting new information to fix problems. It's about something deeper. Fundamental transformation. This idea that a truth exists that is both immanent and transcendent. Big words.
They are big words, and try to ground them. Immanent just means it's present right here, right now, in the world. It's accessible in your actual lived experience. Think about moments of total presence or deep connection or just seeing things clearly, authentically. That's the immanent aspect.
Okay, present. Here, got it. But then transcendent.
Transcendent means it's also beyond our usual way of thinking, beyond concepts, beyond language, beyond everyday perception. It's like that ultimate aha moment that you struggle to put into words afterward, like trying to describe, the color red to someone who's never seen color. You can talk around it, but you can't truly convey the experience itself.
Right. And that leads to the critical point, doesn't it? That this kind of truth, it can't just be taught or learned from a book.
Exactly. Because it defies language. It's fundamentally non-transferable. You can read all the books, listen to all the teachers, but the actual truth has to be encountered directly, personally, experientially. A teacher can point the way, maybe create conditions, but they can't give you the experience. You have to have it yourself.
And the sources say that encountering this, it changes things profoundly.
Yes, that's the core of it. It's not just learning a new fact. It's an experience that can fundamentally shatter and reshape your entire worldview.
Yeah.
Those old distortions, the limits of your box, they lose their grip. Their power dissolves because you've touched something that feels undeniably more real.
How does that work? What changes practically?
Think about fear. Let's say your conditioned worldview tells you public speaking is terrifying because people might judge you. That's maybe a distortion, masking a deeper need for acceptance, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Experiencing this immanent transcendent truth, it's like it rewires that fear circuit. Not intellectually, but fundamentally. The fear of judgment might just stop making sense on that deep level. Because your sense of self isn't tied to external validation anymore.
So your motivation shifts from avoiding fear to something else.
Exactly, to moving towards genuine growth, authentic needs, kind of regardless of the external risk. You shift from trying to prove you're worthy to recognizing an inherent worthiness. Your motivation starts flowing from a clearer place, less filtered by all that old conditioning. That's the transformation.
Wow. Okay. So let's pull this all together. We've walked through this framework from the sources. It really maps out a path, doesn't it? From basic motivation right through to deep, deep change.
Yeah, it's a coherent roadmap. And according to these materials, traveling that road involves 4 kind of essential steps for you, the listener. First, really acknowledge your genuine needs, biological, social, higher needs, and see the tension between them.
Okay, step 2.
Cool.
Recognize how your unconscious stuff, your worldview, distorts how you see those needs, how it makes you chase substitutes sometimes.
Step 3, You've got to deliberately step outside that box, seek out new knowledge, different perspectives, challenge your own assumptions. And finally, step 4, stay open. Radically open even to the possibility of this direct experiential truth, the kind you can't talk about, only encounter. Because that's what seems to really dissolve the old limitations for good.
Right. It's the interplay between all 4 needs, worldview, external knowledge, and that experiential truth that really drives genuine human growth and transformation, according to this model.
It's a really powerful framework for thinking about why we feel stuck sometimes and what it might take to get unstuck.
Definitely gives you a lot to think about.
So let's leave you with a thought to mull over, tying back to that tricky worldview distortion. If our genuine needs, like acceptance or love, often get hidden or twisted by our conditioning, think about this. What is one need you prioritize today? Maybe a goal, a certain status, a possession. Could that need actually be a distortion? A substitute for your deeper requirement for, say, acceptance or connection?
Something to chew on. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.